Hello everyone, I'm Landry Russell, Captain Commander of Team Broken, and today I'm going to teach you how to build a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now, in order to build a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck, I feel that you're going to need a good understanding of the four methods of thinking. And the four methods of thinking are just four different perspectives to help you understand and solve the problem that is deck building. And just the same as anything else, looking at your problem in a different perspective can help you understand how to solve that problem in a different way, or how to look at that problem in a different light. Now, our first method is top down thinking. And top down thinking is basically when we look at exactly what is there, what strategy you want to use, what archetype you want to work around, with basically what cards are there in the card pool. Now, for example, if you want to use Black Wings, well, Black Wings, if you think about the different monsters there, of course, we might want to use Shura. And using Shura, we're going to want to probably use Kalut. And with them together, well, your Shura effect can also go off by attacking the monsters who's even stronger than his baseline attack of 1800 and still gain the benefits of his effect. And also, it's more than likely we're going to want to use Icarus attack as well, because all of the monsters in the archetype are winged beasts. So there also an underlying chance of using Icarus attack, we could be able to gain pluses off field advantage or field control. So basically, in top-down thinking, we just want to look at basically what is out there, how do we want to use our strategy, what our strategy is going to be, basically from everything that's there in the card pool. Now, also, you can't be afraid to borrow ideas from somebody else. The game is just too broad. Too many people play this game for you to be like, oh, well, I created this. Nobody else plays a deck like this. I'm so original. I mean, it's a possibility, but there's no way to know that. There's no way to be like, no reason to be like that, because the game is too big. You gain no benefit from being different, only to be different. The game is too big, too broad for arrogance, so that, oh, I made this deck, nobody else plays it like this, and you haven't even came up with the probable thought that somebody else probably have already thought of that and probably even done it better. It hurts you as a competitive player in a deck builder, and it really hurts the game. There's no place for arrogance like that in the game. Now, next, we have bottom-up thinking. And in bottom-up thinking, we're basically looking at what is missing or what isn't there. And you also have to do the same thing for the format. What deck isn't getting played? If Beatdown isn't getting played, you got to ask yourself, why isn't Beatdown getting played? Is Beatdown bad for the format right now? Is Beatdown unhealthy? What Beatdown can't top? You got to ask yourself these questions and say, oh, if Beatdown isn't being played, is it just because people have been overlooking Beatdown? And if that's the case, what does that mean for Beatdown? What decks can possibly top in that given format? You also have to look at your deck in the same sense of what is missing. For example, there is Six Samurai, and Six Samurai have a inherent weakness toward monster effects. And for Six Samurai to face against a deck that can top deck and just simply go off on the simple monster effects like Inzectors, you can ask yourself, well, if Six Samurai have a weakness toward Inzectors, well, monster effects, and Inzectors pretty much go off from their monster effects, could Six Samurai potentially do well in a format? And if you believe they could, well, what kind of changes must be made to fit your deck? So those kind of questions you need to ask yourself. Now, I'm going to link you to a pretty good video by Leon1991 Hart, basically of him trying to solve this problem with Six Samurai with Dino Sams. And basically he's using the control factor of the Vozars with basically the control abilities, aggro, standard aggro beatdown of the Six Sounds that they already have. So it's basically giving a little bit more flexibility to what the Six Sounds actually can stop and how they actually play. Now I'm gonna give you the link to that in the description and in annotations, so you guys can check out that video and see it for yourself. So remember, in bottom up thinking, you always looking at what isn't there, and why. What can I do to basically make my deck better? If not, if it's nothing I can change, well, what decks am I going to have to look out for, and how would I have to change up my side deck for that? Now, in bottom up thinking, we're also going to have to look at new set release. Now, because we're always looking at what isn't there with bottom up thinking, that that one card in the new set can make the difference between a deck constantly topping and a new deck topping. From the last set release, could Dark Scorpions possibly top now? Could they be tier 0? I don't know. That's just something you guys are going to have to constantly be on the lookout for every set release. What does this change from the card pool that's given? Like, what can we expect to possibly top now? What's giving a boost? From Six Sound just got a structure deck, so, and a new monster. So does this new monster give them the edge to possibly come back in the meta? They already are good. So is that boost all they needed to possibly win now? I don't know. Like, this is the kind of stuff you guys have to be thinking about. Now, next there is forward thinking. And well, forward, front to back, however you want to think about it or look at it. And forward thinking, we're basically looking at how we want to play how we want to play the deck, or basically in what order are we going to play it. For example, if you're playing agents, then of course, like turn 1, we want to play Earth. Turn 2, we want to play Venus. And let's say if you have to book a moon, your Venus protect against Bottomless, or it get Valor or Metsi. Okay, well, turn 3, more than likely we're gonna protect our Venus, and turn 3 going to Gachi. That's the kind of thing we want to be looking at, exactly how we want our turns to look, how we want to be playing out our cards. And for the polar opposite of that is pretty much back to front thinking. And back to front thinking, we're basically looking at, okay, how do we want our end game to look? Okay, how do you want, how are you going to beat Rabbit? Or this is how your combo is going to look, and this is how the game state is going to look one turn before that, and one turn before that, and one turn before that. So basically, you start in the back, and you work it in the end game, and you work yourself back. And you basically want to do alternate in between each method of thinking, because if you want to start off your deck building at back the front thinking and say, okay, well, this is how I want to win. This is the combo I'm going to use that's just going to beat everyone. And you don't ever alternate and go through forward to back thinking, forward or the front to back thinking, then you probably won't come to the conclusion that, hey, well, this is an 8-card combo. How am I going to utilize this 8-card combo? How am I even going to use the 8-card combo? Like, yes, your deck is only 40 cards, but would that hurt my consistency? Is card A, compatible with card B? Or is it just 2 dead cards until I can find card, C and D together? These are the kind of things you got to be asking yourself and looking at. So you're going to have to constantly be alternating your methods of thinking, because if you just looking at one way and say, okay, I'm going to win this way, and it can just totally hurt you during the end. Now, so remember, guys, number 1, top-down thinking. We're looking at basically what is there. 2 is bottom-up thinking, and we're looking at what isn't there, what's missing. Number 3, forward or front-to-back thinking. and we're basically looking at how we're going to play the deck turn for turn, card for card. You know, what cards are going to play first, what cards are going to play second. And back to front thinking as number 4, and how we want end game to look, what combos are we going to utilize, and basically, you know, what is going to be the step right before that. You know, what led up to that end game or that combo that we just had to pull off. Okay, now after that, it's after utilizing and going through your 4 methods, it's a good idea to probably start templating or creating templates for the decks in your meta or the competitive decks you expect to face. And template is basically looking at all the recent or popular decks and how they compare to the old. Now, for example, there is Dino Rabbit, you know, and Dino Rabbit are a clear precursor to Sit Sound. I mean, just the way they play, the weaknesses and everything. You know, they're almost mirrors of each other. But yeah, like players have even gone to the links of calling Dino Rabbit Sit Sound 2.0. So you know, just creating this idea of, well, this deck is like this. Well, that can help you understand, well, how am I going to play against that? You know, what is that deck weaknesses? You know, so in a competitive scene, it's going to be too many duels, too many game states they have to deal with to try to go through every single combo, every single possibility that your deck can do, that their deck can do, to you just basically trying to go through every single thing. Basically, you just want to simplify it. Well, this is like this, so this is how I'm going to play against that. You know, you're basically trying to simplify everything and try to get to the point where you're not thinking. But I'm just going to end it right there, guys. So please comment down below on how do you feel about these 4 methods of thinking, and have you utilized another method? And if you feel that your method that you have been using is just as good or even better, please comment down below your method is, and try to explain it. You know, help everybody else out as well, guys. And this is just video 1, so be on the lookout for video 2 on how to build a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck. And please comment down below on what deck do you want, let's say, me to build, because I plan on, after I finish the videos rundown on how to build a competitive deck, I want to actually show you guys in a video commentary on how it looks to actually utilize the 4 methods and basically everything I'm going to go through in the videos. So basically comment down below on what deck you want me to basically build using these 4 methods and all this stuff. So that's about it, guys. Until next time, remember, I'm paying the life so you don't have to. Peace.